We got 23 minutes, guys. 9:39. We'll get off at 10:02. 10:01, 10:02, somewhere around there. Yep. Back here on ISG Basketball, we're powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. The only show, folks, combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. We're talking ladies in the world, the NBA, also WNBA and College Hoops. Got a couple games here playing for cash and prizes, going down to the wire. Looks like our king of the hill might hang on. We'll see if a little lady playing with the Sixers in white, if she can charge make a little charge here and get back in this game and maybe force this thing in overtime, maybe win it at the buzzer. Nabal Superborn, he's a writer for SI.com, left-hand corner of the screen in the middle there. Andrew Richmond, she's a sports reporter in the middle of the screen on the right-hand side. All right, guys, back to the NBA topics here. Did Jason Tatum, guys, did he take a shot at Jaylen Brown? That happened. He was talking to some kids over the week, last week, or late last week, and it certainly seemed like, we know Jaylen Brown talked about, well, he didn't talk about this. Let's be fair to Jaylen Brown. It was media members saying this. Colin Cowherd being the main one that was talking about, sources was telling him, executives, that he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, and that's kind of rubbed some of the people the wrong way. Let's listen to Jason Tatum. There's the picture there, talking to some campers and some kids, and he talked about leadership, and he doesn't like that people want to be the smartest guy in the room, and he doesn't think that he is. Here's Jason Tatum talking to some young kids the other day. Take a listen to Jason Tatum, the 2024 NBA champion with the Celtics. Take a listen.
Being a leader doesn't mean you know it all, right? I don't know it all. I'll be the first person to say that. Being a leader is being comfortable with raising your hand like, Michelle, I don't know, can you explain that to me? I don't know X, Y, and Z. I want to learn, right? Being around somebody that feel like they know it all, I don't want to be around that person, right? I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want to learn from somebody.
So that was JT right there, man. Jason Tatum. Probably a shot, maybe a veiled shot. We talked about the relationship. I mean, he said it. He talked about being smart, and we talked about Colin Cowherd, what he was saying on Fox Sports about Jaylen Brown being the smartest guy in the room. If you could barely hear it, here was this exact quote. Being a leader doesn't mean knowing everything. I don't know everything, and I'll be the first to admit it. Being a leader means being comfortable enough to raise your hand and say, listen, I don't know. He says also, you can explain it to me. I want to learn. I don't want to be surrounded by someone who thinks they know everything. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want to learn from others. So that was Jason Tatum's quote to those campers about leadership and the style and about learning from others. So we'll start with you first, Andrea. Were shots fired there, or was that a 12 gauge with buckshots?
Oh my gosh. It sounds like Chicago over here in the 4th of July, man. Letting that thing ring, man. It's unfortunate because Jason Tatum isn't inherently wrong by saying the best leadership style is being humble, listening to everybody, and being okay to admit that you're wrong. The only problem is everything that's hovering over this story, meaning, like you alluded to, Larry, Colin Cowherd basically saying everyone thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
And he is smart. He went to Cal for the record. The dude, he's a very bright brother.
For a year.
He's done,
for
speaking
1 year.
engagements
For 1
at
year.
MIT.
But
He's done speaking engagements at Harvard and MIT.
Yes.
The guy's smart. Let's give him some credit. Now, you might not like it. It might rub you the wrong way. That can be true, too.
And absolutely to it. And, I will say, shout out to Jaylen Brown, but also saying, comparing him to the rest of the league, the bar is not that high at all, right? So having somebody who is very educated can sometimes push back depending on the way that you communicate it. I think it is very important, if you know that there's that perception around you, that you find different ways in order to reach somebody so you don't sound like you're on a pedestal versus everyone else. I cannot say for sure whether or not Jaylen Brown actually is that, or whether or not he's portrayed like that just because he does the speaking engagements at Harvard, just because he talks about things online, et cetera, et cetera. But I do know the fact that when it came to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum about whether or not they liked each other, every single day it's coming out that they did not really mess with each other as much as they made it seem throughout those years.
It was a professional relationship. Real quickly, Nabaz.
Hold on
real quick. This is Jaylen Brown. He did tweet something recently.
Oh, of course he did.
Real intelligence is knowing who you are. Insecurity is spending your whole life pretending to be him. And a little snake emoji as well. So there you go. Chew on that in the bus.
All right. Okay. Now, first of all, with Brown, and I do think we have to be very careful of this, because sometimes with black men in particular, when intelligent, sometimes we either overcredit or we undercredit, and we don't find a middle ground. Jaylen Brown is a well-spoken, articulate man who can convey a message. He also did go to 1 year college. People act like he's a college professor.
Sure.
I mean, he's given some talks, but let's not act like he's a college professor, and let's not overput it when there are black men who actually have advanced degrees, who actually have PhDs for real, and don't buy their regalia off Timu.
This is an entree role for instance, right?
Smart. I'm not saying he's trying to be that. I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, he is
compared
smart,
to most other players. I don't give a damn what player you talk about. Hockey, swimming,
I
golf,
get what you're saying.
Football, basketball. He's smart.
I get what you're saying. No, he is smart
compared to any athlete.
I will also say sometimes he's a bit smart-assy as well. And
that's what.
And there's a difference between being intelligent and being able to convey yourself, and being sarcastic, and being condescending, and being and your intelligence being something that pushes people away, as opposed to bringing people in,
and not being collaborative.
Now we'll also say, as we saw recently with Ryan Clark at ESPN, sometimes when you're a black man, it doesn't matter, because if you stand up for yourself and you defend yourself, if you do not let people play in your face or talk to you crazy, then you're arrogant, then you're rude. Ask me how I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are real things that get labeled onto you and foisted onto you just because you won't let anybody play in your face. So both things could be true. I think some of it with Jaylen Brown is Jaylen Brown let people play with him. You know what I'm saying? I think Jason Tatum, there's a perception that he may allow some more things, that he may be a little bit more comfortable with people saying things that Jaylen Brown ain't going for. Jaylen Brown also is very firm in his blackness, which sometimes also gets perceived is arrogant. And not saying Jason Tatum isn't proud to be black.
Done a lot in the community. Also, with, criminal justice reform and all that stuff.
Yeah, but Jaylen Brown carries his blackness a whole nother different way. Like, there's a joke, he's going to be very comfortable in Philly because there's a lot of Hotep brothers in Philly that he's going to be right there hanging out with. He's going to get a Philly beard real soon. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be eating loud.
And gold. It's not because he wants to be cute.
Right. Although some of those guys are also members of Omega Psi Phi too, as they're celebrating their conclave. Shout out to my friends in that fraternity. God bless them.
Sure. That would be the cues. All right, we're going to keep it.
God bless them.
But very interesting discussion there. Interesting thought between all of us. And
the cues for Christ, as they call
it. Larry, because those are your boys. So
who the cues?
No, not the cues.
No, not the cues. or the Christ cues, as they call them.
Jaylen,
No. What I would think. Here's what I always tell people: do I think they were the best of friends? No, I don't think they hated each other. It's just there's two different personalities.
They see the world differently.
Yeah, they are. JT's the better player. I think Jaylen just wanted a little. He just wanted a little crumb. Just like, open the door. Let me in a little bit, Celtics. I know this guy. He gets everything he wants. Certain amount of tickets. Certain amount of perks. Can I just get a little bit of that? That's all. Just give me a little bit of that. And I think that's what. What it is was that a professional relationship. They never hung out. Yeah. So I mean, you can talk about Joe Mazzulla. That's JT's guy. So I get where Jaylen Brown's coming from. It did work for 9 years. I would like to see it work for at least another year or two. I didn't like this trade because I think, man, hell, y'all could have got Giannis or LeBron, and would have been better off. But we'll see. We'll see. The Celtics are, an analytic team. We'll see how they do, man.
Hey, man.
We'll see. They got to change their play style. We'll see how. It's gonna be fascinating to watch them play.
I would say this. I do hate
I
that.
think Paul George actually going to play good for them.
I would say
if PG plays well.
If it came down to relationships, I hate that this is how it ended. Particularly because they won a championship.
Exactly.
This is just sad.
Exactly.
And I have some other thoughts. We'll say that for
conference freaking finals, guys. 6.
Right.
Deep run, man. It was a good run.
Yeah, I don't like it, man, but it is what it is, man. Good luck to everyone involved.
All right, the game is over. King of the Hill gets the win. The third quarter brought to my good friends at Fine Curate, located right here in Bayonne, New Jersey, 920 Broadway Avenue. Let's see, they got The game is over, actually. Never mind. Wednesday through Sunday, noon to 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Wednesday through Saturday, noon to 6 p.m. on Sundays. Buy, sell, trade. They're always buying. Available in-store and online on now as well. Find Curate. They don't only curate your outfits, but they also show you how the outfits will look, guys. This is Tottenville. We should be talking about Fine Curate. We just talked about Tottenville. But anyway, that third quarter brought to you by our good friends at Fine Curate. We'll have more ISG basketball. We're back after a quick timeout. Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at the time like we got to go. We're back here on ISG Basketball. We're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. We're the only show combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. Talking to the latest in the world, the NBA, also WNBA and College Hoops. Also had a couple of gamers who are playing for cash and prizes. The game is over. Kingdom Hill does get another win. It was closed down there in the fourth quarter at the end, but he pulls it out. Had a nice little run to close out the game. Got Naval Wilborn, a writer for SI.com, and also Andrew Richmond. She's a sports reporter in Atlanta. I'm Larry Ridley, CBS Sports. We talk the latest here on ISG Basketball. All right, guys, back to the NBA topics. You can see here there's pictures and things of that nature of LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers and their investigation. Remember, we talked about the investigation with Aspiration, the $28 million alleged there that he got from that deal from the marketing and things of that nature, the salary cap circumvention as well with Kawhi, the trade to the Raptors back on June the 30th that is now on hold, and now Toronto is sort of left holding the bag on if there's anything that happens or any sort of penalties, y'all got to deal with it. And that's not something new in the NBA. That there's plenty of precedent on that. I want to get you guys' thoughts here with the report as well, that this investigation could go into 2027 if they don't agree to the findings here, which seems like that's the problem.
Okay.
Reportedly, they say there's no there there.
Yeah,
your thoughts on the boss?
I'm sure
going to 2027.
Yeah. Okay, if they wanted to, sure. Because this is like, so when I cover college football, one of the things that what happened with UGA in particular is they made it to where they had up to, I think it's 45 days to respond to a FOIA request. For the audience, a FOIA request is a Freedom of Information Act request. Okay? They have that long to respond to the request. And the response could pretty much be, no, we're not giving it to you, or yes, we'll give it to you, but it's how much it costs. And a lot of times they will take right up until the last second to answer the request. Now you ask, well, why would they do that? Well, if I request information on, since I mentioned the University of Georgia football program in this context, if I wanted to do a FOIA on DUIs for football players or traffic violations or things of that nature, it could take me up to 45 days to get that information. Well, by the time that information comes out, it's now too late for it to really be relevant or matter, which is kind of similar to what a certain football team tried to do with their football coach recently. But I digress. My point of all this is,
I was about to say, what does this have to do with the price of tea in China? What about the Clippers here and Kawhi?
It has everything to do with it because it's about how information is concealed and hidden.
Oh, they're having a hard time getting witnesses to talk and things that ain't trying to subpoena stuff. Yeah, they're having a hard time with that.
They do. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean,
all right.
It's a defunct company. It could. Yeah. My whole point is, even if they want to do this investigation the right way, you can't put a time limit on it. And my thing is, what are you going to do with Kawhi? What are you going to do with Brandon Ingram and these guys? The trade's been consummated. It's just not official. So are we going to go into the season not having an agreement and just Kawhi doesn't go back to the Clippers, or does he go play in Toronto?
Maybe if Adam Silver decided to stop meddling with the WNBA and decide to actually clean up this Clippers mess, then Kawhi wouldn't be in the situation in the first place, right?
Well,
because
fair.
This situation has been happening for how long? And it seems like there was no movement until after the trade was already consummated, like you said, Larry. So it seems that the league thought that people wouldn't drop this, so that Pablo Torre would stop talking about it.
They wanted this done by this summer. This summer's almost over.
It's the league's inaction that caused this whole situation to happen. So now Kawhi has to sit on the rafters even more for the Raptors in order to make sure that the teams could end up completing the deal. It's really the league's inaction that caused this whole situation. And if they had taken this seriously, then we wouldn't be here. But
they're not serious, man. This is
Adam Silver's NBA.
Well, no, I think Adam and those guys, they have to do something, because you got 30 teams. You have 30, that you're working for. You just can't have the Clippers get away with this now. You do need a smoking gun. They do need to find that. So that's what I'm saying. As far as the discovery and all that stuff, you got to get people that are going to help with this investigation and push it forward. Just worried about Kawhi and those guys, like, where are they going to play, man? Why you guys are thinking about this and trying to figure this out? I think it is. And Toronto just had a statement that just came out the other day basically saying, yeah, you all told us that we're left holding the bag. We don't want to do this. Like, no, you guys agreed to the deal. You guys are stuck with whatever happens. And that's happened in plenty of other sports. We've seen it happen in NFL, and we've seen it happen in NBA as well. Whatever punishment comes down, you guys are going to have to deal with it.
If the NBA really wanted a smoking gun, why didn't they contact Pablo Torre, who's been the whole entire time?
Well, it's very clear that
Adam does it right. Adam does not want for this thing to end up happening, because why? He's the voice of the ownership.
You need some sort of paperwork from Aspiration. You got to get deep into there to really have a smoking gun.
There are leads that are there that Pablo's already uncovered, right? But it seems like they haven't even touched those in the first place, right?
Okay,
this is because the league. Adam Silver represents the owners of all these individual teams. The owners of the individual teams don't want this investigation to come through, because there's a lot more people who are doing the TB12 system in the aspiration system of paying players underneath the table. If they do this sets a precedent that they don't like. But that being said, you also can't let them go unpunished. So again, it's Adam Silver's inaction, looking to protect the product against the rules that he set in his own self, because the second apron is dumb.
30 seconds, we gotta go.
Stupid. Second apron sucks. All this sucks. It makes teams bad. It makes teams try to do these things to circumvent. I'm pretty sure there's probably other teams who've done it, which is why this is moving slowly. We will see how this goes, but I don't expect much to come of it.
Yeah, here's the Clippers. I mean,
also, hell, Kawhi might not even play knowing how he be.
All right, here's the Raptors. We would assume the risk of any potential outcome of the investigation impacting Kawhi. In light of this, we will wait until the league's investigation is complete. The Raptors remain eager to bring Kawhi back to Toronto. Look forward to a swift resolution for our players.
I'm sure they do.
Regarding our planned trade with the Clippers for Kawhi, the NBA League office informed us that the result of the ongoing investigation involving the Clippers, we would assume the risk of this. See, that's what I'm saying. And I'm with the league on that. That's how it has to be, or this trade is null and void. Like, what are we doing here? So, I mean, that's when you buy a used car, right? You assume certain risk. Certain, not all of them, but certain ones. So we'll see how it goes down. And that's the problem here with the NBA investigation. This is tricky.
This feels fugazi, man. This don't feel real.
There's a lot wrong there, but where's the there as well is what I'm saying. Do I think that they did something nefarious? Likely. I need the evidence. I need paperwork. I need something from this defunct company now. You got to get some of these employees and talk, and they got to talk on the record, and they got to be subpoenaed. So we'll see about all that, and we'll see how that goes. We'll take a quick break, guys. Fourth quarter brought to you by good friends at 902 Brewing Company, located in Jersey City. Craft brewery, they're producing those ales and lagers. Got about 20 different varieties of ales and lagers. Handcrafted beers, best atmosphere. Curated good times right there in Jersey City. Made right there in Jersey City. Got a spacious tap room. They host a variety of events. They also have a rooftop as well, guys, overlooking Lower Manhattan, the World Trade Center, and also the Hudson River as well. Check them out online, 902brewing.com. More ISG basketball. We're back. Last time out after a quick timeout. Two minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kathy, she's out, dude. She's out of there.
They're going to replace her with so much work.
Back here on ISG Basketball, we're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. The only show combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. The gaming's over. Our King of the Hill, our champion, gets the win. He was playing with the Warriors, gets the win over the Sixers. Got to Biles Wilborn and Andrew Richmond, a sports reporter in Atlanta. All right, guys, how about this Joker? For the second straight year, his horse wins the top Serbian race, the harness race, the Dream Catcher Stables there. Second straight year. The name of the horse, Delicious Gar. What do I think about? Hey, man, he's got a nice thing going over there in Serbia, man.
He looks happier there than he won the NBA championship. So.
I was gonna say his true passions now finally being realized.
He looks lit, man. He like he having way more fun than when he won the championship that year. He outside with it.
They are.
The fervor on that champagne. He can never do that post nugget
championship. Man.
This is great. This is good. This is good.
Hey,
good
man, he looks like he has fun, man. God bless him, man. Do your thing, dog.
That's like his happy place, man. It's on the track.
Man.
It's great, dude. And the harness racing, old school like that. It seems like something that would go down in Serbia too. Like,
hey man, also man, hey man, shout out to them Serbians, shout out to the Yugoslavians, shout out to the Turkish. Yeah. Man, those are the grinders of Europe, man. Them folk ain't playing around, dog.
Come on, Andrew, what do you think? Up, man. Like I said, man, Joker. He seems so much more happier here. It's amazing. You know, a lot of times we assume that athletes that, you know, you're playing basketball, that should be the pinnacle of the pinnacle. Some people are just good at it, man, and that allows them to follow their true passion. Serbian horse racing, man. Let's go.
Hey, that's like east side Europe, man. East side.
Right. There it is. Once again, Joker, Nikola Jokic just wins for the second straight year. Delicious Gar wins for the second, well, not the horse, but one of his horses wins that top Serbian race there for the second straight year. Speaking of horses and winning, our guy Zyrell has been winning for about 4 months. So let's go ahead and bring in our King of the Hill. Zyrell, man, this thing was a 1-point game with about 2 minutes to go. You went on a nice little run. I think a little 6-0 run there. You got a little separation, man, and you're able to get a win. Were you surprised by a little lady, giving you some issues today?
She always give me the best comp. I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
She give me the best comp. Yeah, she be hooping every time. So like I ain't surprised. Every time she come out with a good game, so I can't complain.
All right, and man, you're a really good champ, man. We'll see you next week, guys. You want to be like Zyrell or a little later, anybody else, man? You can join us now. Check us out now. TheISGShow.com/NBA2K. 13 years of age, all online. Win cash and other prizes. Weekly King of the Hill format. You win, you're still in the six. Join us now. TheISGShow.com/NBA2K. Also, the merch. The store is open 24 hours a day, man. Get it exclusively there. Long sleeve tees, $34.99. Hoodies, $59.99. T-shirts, $29.99 exclusively at theisgshow.com/shop. Theisgshow.com/shop. Post-game show brought to our good friends in Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. They invented deep dish back in 1943. 100 locations in some 20 states that serve more than pizza. They got pasta, steak, seafood, burgers, and more. Craft beers, great cocktails, and vegetarian dishes. Check them out online at unos.com. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here, man. For my guy, Zyrell, another king of the hill. We'll see him next week. Andrew Richmond, she's a sports reporter in Atlanta. Piece up A-Down. She's in the A-Town. And the Boss Wilborn, it's the Confluence, folks. It's the Confluence. He's a writer for SI.com and other publications up there in Pittsburgh, PM. Ridley, CBS Sports. Thanks for watching here on FTF Sports, Next Level Sports, and that's the Nation Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and ESTV. The intersection of sports and game, the only show come out of real sports and gaming right here on these platforms. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the NBA, man. More off-season drama, and we'll have it for you next week. Bye-bye.